For centuries, people have debated a simple but emotionally charged question. Is Christmas a pagan holiday? Every year, the arguments return. References to ancient festivals, seasonal traditions, symbols supposedly borrowed from distant cultures. But behind the noise lies a deeper truth, one not rooted in legend or speculation, but in the eternal witness of Scripture itself. Long before any ancient culture existed, before rituals, myths, or seasonal celebrations, the Word already was. John chapter 1 declares, "All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made." And Colossians chapter 1 expands, "For by him were all things created." All things, these are not poetic metaphors. They are absolute statements of origin and ownership. If Christ created all things, then the real question is not whether pagans once used a tree, or a date, or a star, or a winter celebration. The real question is this: who created trees? Who created stars? Who created seasons and time itself? Paganism cannot create. It can only assign meaning to what Christ already made. Many people fear that using something pagans once used somehow taints the worship of God. But Scripture paints a very different picture. Pagan systems are parasitic, not creative. They borrow, they imitate, they misapply, but they do not originate. They cannot produce trees, cannot invent stars, cannot design the solstice, and cannot manufacture the human impulse to celebrate. Christ alone is creator, and only the creator determines purpose. Ownership flows from origin, not from later misuse. If someone steals your tool and uses it for evil, the misuse does not change the rightful owner. It only reveals the thief. Likewise, if pagan cultures used what God made, their use does not redefine the meaning of the created thing. It simply demonstrates that they lived in a world made by Christ, using the tools and symbols he crafted. And then came the moment that changed everything: the Incarnation. The Creator stepped into his creation. The Word became flesh. Eternity entered time. The Maker walked among the things he made. The celebration of Christ's birth is not a concession to pagan ideas. It is the ultimate act of reclaiming his world. Paul affirms this in Romans 14, in 1 Corinthians 8, and again in Titus 1:15. To the pure, all things are pure. Paul teaches that a day becomes the Lord's day when it is used to honor the Lord. Redemption transforms purpose. Christians do not inherit paganism when they worship. They transform the moment by dedicating it to God. So, is Christmas pagan? Only if paganism can own what Christ created. Only if pagan cultures can claim authority over trees they did not grow, stars they did not ignite, seasons they did not design, and time they did not set in motion. But Scripture is unmistakably clear. Christ created all things. Christ sustains all things. Christ owns all things. Christmas is not the adoption of pagan imagery. It is the celebration of the moment when the Creator entered his creation to redeem it, restore it, and reclaim what always belonged to him.